Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of December 2021. I hope you guys are doing great out there, and welcome back to the channel. If you have not yet done so, I do invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Virgo, thank you so much for your patience. I'm a few days late getting these monthly readings out, so I really do appreciate you hanging in there and waiting for me. It's been very busy, and I'm sure you all have been quite busy too. So we're just going to jump right on in. These are going to be general messages, so they will not resonate with every single Virgo out there. Please take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my videos, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information will be down below in the description box. So Virgo, let's go ahead and get into this. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians and ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Virgos for the month of December 2021. Anything that they need to see for their best and highest good. And let's start out with just a few oracle cards to get your basic themes and energies. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's a gorgeous looking card too, Virgo, for your main theme of the month is the Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. So I feel like this could be a very powerful month indeed. It is a month of decision making, a month of choices. It's a month of, cause and effect. So it's like if you've been putting good energy out there and really working to stay in a high vibration, working to go to the next level or the next plateau of your life, you're going to really reap the rewards. Vice versa, if you have not been doing that, it's going to be a lot tougher. So this does really have to do with the choices we make and the cause and effect that we reap from them. I would also say, looking at the imagery of this, I'm seeing that Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about decision making. So it may be a month as well to, start making decisions, especially if there's been procrastination or overthinking or overanalyzing about that. And that does bring its own consequences too. Not making a choice can create an outcome as well. So these are the kind of things, the kind of back and forths that you will be dealing with, but it still has a very positive message, the Feast of Plenty, right? So I feel like there's a lot of good energy that you can tap into. I don't feel like it's a negative message by any means, but it really does say it's like there's cause and effect in play here for your month. And it also could deal with the people around you, right? The kind of people in your life. If they've been putting good things into your life, they're going to start reaping the rewards, and the opposite if not. So let's get into a spirit animal card for you. Which one of these guys wants to come and help our Virgos out for December, please? And the whale spirit, and look at the colors on this. I've got to say, look how beautifully those match up. That is gorgeous, Virgo. So the whale spirit is coming through as your primary animal guardian of the month of December. And this says to trust in the great mystery, trust in the divine journey that spirit has you on. Again, I really get this feeling of, not overthinking, not overworrying, not overanalyzing. It's like the whale is the record keeper, the memory keeper. And so, let your past, let the difficulties and obstacles that you've already overcome empower you and encourage you that you've come through difficult things or times before and you can do it again. So let's get in next. These cards keep falling. I need a tray or something to hold these up. Let's get into a spiritual guardian or guide for you. This is a deck of Ascended Masters, Angels, and these are wonderful. So let's see, Virgo, which one of you is speaking strongest? Ooh, that one wants to flip out. There was another sign that had this card. I can't remember. It was one of the earlier ones that I did. Sanat Kumara, the light activation. So shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So yes, be the light in the darkness. Instead of cursing the dark, light the candle, right? Even when things are difficult, I think that a lot of activations are happening within you, and you're being really prompted and guided to see the lighter, happier side of life and to activate the light within yourself as well. You can Google search Sanat Kumara and get into that a little bit deeper as well if you are guided to do so. Also, let's get into a chakra and crystal card. See which one of these will be best for you to work with, Virgo. Beautiful. And this is a great card of light activation. Funny enough, Leo had this card as well, this gemstone, the crystal citrine, and I am somebody who's a big fan of citrine. I always keep a piece of this on my deck, on my desk, because it is such a wonderful, bright, self-confidence encouraging stone. So I would say for the solar plexus, for creativity, abundance, positivity, optimism, enlightening yourself. Very, very beautiful combination of cards coming through. It feels like lightening up the energy, not taking everything so heavy right now, Virgo. That's what it feels like. And it's important to do that. You know, we're in a lot of Sagittarius energy right now. That is a square to your sign. So even though Sagittarius is a very upbeat, very positive sign, it is a challenging one for you because it puts that square energy and you might feel, you know, a little more of that pressure, a little bit more of that intensity. It's important for you to relax and lighten things up a little. So let's dive into your tarot. We're going to see what we have as your messages. Keep in mind, again, these are general. Anything can come out, whether it's love, career, life path, etc. Yeah, there's a lot going on with you, Virgo. There's a lot going on with you. Right in the center, we've got the Three of Pentacles. I do feel for a lot of you, there is a big centering around community work, organization, using the skills that you have to advance yourself. But it really does have to be in that direction where it benefits not just you. And it doesn't feel right to you if it benefits only you. Like you want to help others. You want to help your community or your co-workers. So I feel like that is a big, big focus for your month of December. You really are seeking recognition for high quality work and working well with others, right? And we have the King of Swords. So you're being very strategic about this. This is Aquarius energy, the Aquarius King. So it's very intellectual. It's kind of detached, which in a lot of ways is good because this helps you detach from any drama. Say if you're on a job search, it's like you're not going to take rejection or not getting a specific job too hard. You're just going to go for the next thing and say, okay, that one did work out. What's next? And it's very, very, you know, practical. And it really makes a good plan going forward. So I really feel like you're strategizing a plan to work together with others. If you've already got a position and you're working towards something, oh, you're very on target and you're very like almost unemotional about it. It's like, we've just got to get this done. I've got the plan. Let's go forward. You're really looking to the future. In the immediate past, you're coming from the Knight of Swords. So you've had a lot on your mind. It's been a little bit overwhelming at times. You've had just so much to get out. You might have been feeling kind of anxious or nervous around this too. And the Three of Wands, because you've had to sit back and wait. That's been one of the most challenging things, and something that may have contributed to that feeling of nervousness, is that you've really had to kind of put the intentions and the action out there and then wait for the ships to come in, wait for the response or wait for the return of that energy. In the immediate future, we do have the Three of Swords. So like I said, there's a lot going on in here. It has a lot to do with the threes. 3 is a building number. So it really does have to do with creating a new structure, creating, you know, somewhere to build from. It's also a number of creation. So I really do feel there's a lot that you're recovering from and moving towards, because the Three of Swords is a hard card. It's a difficult one, because it really does talk about, you know, pain, emotional wounds, heartaches, disappointments that have to be healed and recovered from. So it's really moving forward, a time of personal growth, a time of letting go from the past. Healing old miscommunications or misunderstandings is part of that too at times. And sometimes it's being there for someone else who's hurting. And you may be really, you know, if somebody like steps on that soft heart of yours, you may be very like, don't mess with me. You're very protective of your inner emotions right now, of your own healing process. Be careful not to start fights unnecessarily, because a lot of times when we are hurting, it's easier for us to become angry or defensive. Don't let that happen to you. Instead, just stand up for yourself in a proud, you know, healthy, proud, confident way. That's a better way to use that energy. On the bottom, subconscious card is the Five of Pentacles. So this is a card of, you know, fear of scarcity, fear of not having enough, fear of being left out in the cold, or not having the support of the people that you care about. So this is something to work through. It is. To me, this is a very strong card of perspective, because it has a lot to do with that feeling rather than always the actuality. You don't want to let negative thoughts become a negative reality. That's why it's important to work with this energy. And on top of that, we do have the Temperance. It is the Sagittarius card. Like I said, you might be feeling a little extra pressure at this time of year. That will shift dramatically when we go into Capricorn season on the 21st, because we will come out of a square to your sign into a trine, which is so much more easy flowing and going for you, Virgo. But this Temperance card is really encouraging you not to get over worried, not to overanalyze, overthink. Don't get dramatic. Moderate the energy. Stay balanced. Don't imagine and expect the absolute worst here in any situation, Virgo. On the top, interestingly enough, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles below, the Six of Pentacles on top. And to me, this is about balance, equal give and take. Just like this card, the Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences, right? If you choose to keep giving and giving and giving to someone or something that does not support or care for you back, never supports and never contributes back to you, that's a choice. That's an outcome. And so this is about making wise choices about who you give your time, your love, your resources to. It also says, again, good karmic flow, like we talked about in the beginning. If you've been doing a lot of good and putting out a lot of good intention, it has a way of returning to you as well. Very nice. Yeah, there is an emotional feeling of overwhelm. I do. I feel like there's some things that you haven't either been willing to see clearly or still need to be clarified a little bit. But there's definitely going to be a time for decision making this month, Virgo. Let's get into a approach. What is the best approach to take on all of this? Staying positive, just like that citrine, just like that solar gemstone. Oh my goodness, the sun. Stay as positive as possible, Virgo. And I don't mean like fake happiness or that kind of BS. I get it, when things are hard. But as much as possible, look for the rays of light. Look for the things that are good. Try your best to stay in a happier mindset. To lighten your energy, because it's really going to make a difference in your outcomes. Again, Six of Pentacles. Huge advice, not only from Spirit, but on the more practical level as well. Again, balance the equal give and take and the reciprocity. If you keep kind of putting your energy towards something or someone and it just doesn't come back to you, that is a big sign, because that kind of thing can really sap your positivity. It can. When someone is just ignoring you or the door is just continually being closed, it's like, don't go there. This is time to balance. This is time for equal give and take and equal returns of investment. So let's get into a potential outcome on this. Beautiful, beautiful outcome card is the Queen of Wands. Again, very strong Leo energy from the Sun and from this card. So I really do feel like you're stepping into a more positive place, letting your light shine, using your magic, and embracing the power of your generosity. Sometimes I get the feeling with the Six of Pentacles coming up twice that, you know, it's like your generosity, you feel like, oh, I shouldn't have been so generous. It really has, you know, not served me well. I've helped people out who didn't deserve it. I've, you know, been there for situations that really weren't worth my time, etc., etc. But I think by the end of the month, going into the new year, you start to realize that your generous heart is more often a very positive thing rather than a negative, and you're really learning to use it more wisely. That is a beautiful outcome. Let's get a clarifier, please, for the Queen of Wands. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. I do feel like this is really the battle. And the battle is real, Virgo, with that Nine of Swords. That is the overthinking, the worries, the sleepless nights. And I do feel that you're working to overcome that. And it really does take a lot of inner courage and a lot of inner strength to work through those worries. It does. It takes some energy to really, you know, it's like a choice. It's a choice. So many times it's going to come up for you here between, you know, giving in to worries, fears, and doubts, or instead turning around and embracing your positive qualities and really building on those instead. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. Path of least resistance. Ooh. Virgo, this is a big month for you. When all doors seem to be closed, it is just because you have not tried to open the correct one yet. That's what it's about, Virgo. So do not beat yourself up if you're kind of going, I've tried all these doors, I've gone down several avenues, these haven't worked out, or they just don't feel right. It's just because you haven't turned the right doorknob yet. That's what it is. So hang in there. This is a big choice, y'all. I hope it all goes well. And you know, please comment down below about what's going on with you, because this is a lot. There's a lot going on. I hope you have an amazing December, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Take care.